Is the Motorola Moto G Stylus 2021 worth buying in 2021? Well, in this video, we're gonna find out. What's up guys, Kalipus Tech here, coming back at you with another video. In this video, we're gonna be taking a look at the Motorola Moto G Stylus 2021 and seeing if it's good to buy in 2021. So let's get into it. So this phone has a 6.8-inch IPS LCD display with a resolution of 1080p, a PPI of 386, an aspect ratio of 20:9, and a screen to body ratio of 84.8%. We got a hole punch up here for the front facing camera, really nice, really clean looking, and this camera is 16 megapixels. I do have the brightness at 100% right now, and I would say it looks really good. Overall, the phone has a sleek modern design with really thin bezels too. This slim design almost makes you forget that this phone actually has a 6.8-inch display, which is going to be perfect for content consumption. If you're watching videos, playing games, whatever you're doing, it's going to be good because having such a large display means you're going to be able to see everything just that much better, and with the quality of this display, it's just going to add on to it and give you an all-around really good experience. The back of the phone is made of a pretty glossy material, and despite this, it doesn't really pick up fingerprints all that much, so you won't have to be constantly worrying about getting it too dirty. For storage, this phone has 128 gigabytes of internal storage with microSD card expansion, so that's definitely a good amount. You're going to be able to do a lot with this. For the average user, you're not going to ever have to worry about storage because you're probably not even going to be doing enough for it to matter. If you're more of a power user, if you have lots of apps, especially large ones like complex high-end games, or lots of photos and videos, mostly videos for that matter, especially 4K videos. If you're shooting a lot of those, then having this much storage is going to benefit you just that much more. And remember, you can put photos and videos on a microSD card, and you're able to add a lot more storage with the microSD card on this phone, up to 512 gigabytes, which is an insane amount. So no matter what you're doing with this phone, you're really unlikely to ever have to worry about running out of storage. Now there's no wireless charging with this phone, but it does have a fingerprint scanner right here on the power button, which is probably one of the best spots for it. You're going to be hitting the power button to wake up the display anyway, so having the fingerprint scanner right there and having it unlock as you're doing that is just so convenient. We're going to give it a try. So there we go, one more time. And as you can see, it's super fast and responsive. I would say it is one of the faster fingerprint scanners out there. And for comparison, the iPhone 12 doesn't have a fingerprint scanner. It only has Face Unlock. And this fingerprint scanner definitely works quite a bit faster than the iPhone 12's Face Unlock. So really, in terms of convenience and security, it's beating out a lot of those higher end phones too. We have a quad camera setup here on the back with a 48 megapixel rear camera, an 8 megapixel ultra wide camera, a 2 megapixel macro camera, and a 2 megapixel depth sensing camera. So really good stuff. This phone has pretty much every camera feature you need to take good pictures. And not only that, but the photos it takes are really high quality too. So if you are more of a heavy camera user and you're looking for a phone that can take really good pictures, whether it's for social media or more professional purposes, this phone is going to be a really good option because the camera quality really is impressive. For video, you're able to shoot up to 4K in the rear camera and 1080p in the front, so not bad at all. If you're shooting a lot of videos, the 4K capability is going to come in handy. Internally, this phone is getting 4 gigabytes of RAM with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 678 processor. I ran a Geekbench 5 benchmark test on this phone, and it came back with a single core score of 538 and a multi-core score of 1588. So pretty impressive numbers. There are a few phones in this price range that have a really similar amount of processing power, and there are also several phones with a lot less. I would say if you're looking for a phone to use for more than just basic activities, if you want to do some mobile gaming, maybe some video editing and that sort of thing that takes up a little bit more processing power, this phone's going to be able to handle it really well. This phone has a 4000 milliamp hour battery that supports 10 watt fast charging, so you're going to have a real good amount of battery life. As far as other phones in this price range, battery sizes really do vary. There are phones a lot cheaper than this one with 5000 milliamp hour batteries. And then the iPhone 12, that's a lot more expensive than this phone, has a 2815 milliamp hour battery. So it really depends on what's more important to you. If you do care about battery life, but also want a lot of nicer features, like a good processor, being able to shoot video in 4K, having a good camera, and having a huge display, this phone has all of that, and the battery is really not bad either. In addition to having a decent sized battery, it also supports 10 watt fast charging, so if you're more in a hurry and have to charge your phone up a bit really fast, this is definitely going to save you some time. Now, as the name suggests, the Motorola Moto G Stylus 2021 does have a stylus. The stylus is right here in this little compartment, and instead of pulling it like its predecessor, you just push it and it pops out. And this stylus is actually pretty decent quality. It's pretty responsive. I wouldn't say it's quite as responsive as you would want it to be if you're trying to do some serious art or anything like that. It's really not meant for that kind of thing. If you're looking for Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra quality, you're gonna be disappointed. But if you just want a stylus just for the sake of having a stylus, just to do more casual things with, like scrolling, and maybe a tiny bit of not really serious drawing, like that little coloring page I was just on, then this stylus is gonna work out perfectly fine. Is the Motorola Moto G Stylus 2021 still good in 2021? Well, I definitely think so. You're getting a huge display that's gonna be perfect for content consumption like video streaming, gaming, even reading. And the 1080p resolution is gonna make your experience viewing photos and that sort of thing a lot better. The phone has a ton of storage. You're really unlikely to have any issues unless you're a super power user, in which case you can always get a micro SD card to expand the storage even more. You get pretty much every camera feature you could ask for and the ability to shoot videos in 4K. And not only that, but we got a really powerful processor that can do most things with this phone. And of course, a stylus that looks really nice and is easy to use, and an overall really nice modern looking design. And by the materials, by the feel of it in my hand, I can definitely say this phone doesn't feel cheap at all. So if you're looking for a device that has a lot of really nice features and a really powerful processor that's still priced at the level of a mid-range phone, then the Motorola Moto G Stylus 2021 is going to be a really good option. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.